Without the Foundation's help, I seriously doubt I could actually support my lab and its research. Most of the things that have come out of our lab are novel. They're new. There are a number of high-profile Alzheimer's disease labs, but many of them are proving the predictable. We are not really in that business. We generally do not prove the predictable. We usually discover the strange, a touch of strange. And while sometimes that goes nowhere, occasionally that goes somewhere very important. I want to prepare a preparation of dimeric A-beta 40 and 42. My name's Dr. Robert Moir. I'm a researcher here at Mass General Hospital and Harvard Medical School, and a Cure Alzheimer's Disease grant recipient. And my area of expertise is neurodegenerative diseases, and I focus mainly on Alzheimer's disease. My main interest is protein-protein interactions, and I study those to determine how these proteins can interact with one another to produce disease, basically. And with Alzheimer's disease, there are a number of proteins that look to be involved, but the main principal protein is a little peptide called the A-beta peptide. It's not a very big protein, but it seems to have some rather nasty properties, one of which is that it aggregates into these large lumps that form a substance called amyloid in your brain. It's a bit like little chunks of concrete that form in your brain and disrupt the normal processes, basically lead to dementia and atrophy of the brain, and give you all of the nasty things that go with Alzheimer's disease. The last few years has seen quite a bit of a leap in our understanding of this little peptide. Back in the day, 10 years ago, it was thought to be an odd, aberrant protein only produced with disease, but now we know that it's actually produced normally. It's just something that goes wrong with this peptide and gives you Alzheimer's disease. So that was a major advance. More recently, it looks like this rather small protein has a whole range of important functions in brain. And so that has opened the door to actually manipulate what the protein does and find out, backtrack essentially down the pathways to find out how to control the peptide itself. And so we work all together in a collaborative way. Each has our own specialist project, but we also collaborate with everybody else. For instance, I collaborate essentially with everybody in this unit at some level to produce much more together than we could ever hope to do as a single lab, just battling away on our own, because we can bring so many more tools to the table and it goes so much faster, and that's the key: speed. The thing about Alzheimer's disease research is that at the moment, money is a very important factor. And maybe even 10 years ago, I wouldn't have said so much, because there were still fundamental understandings that had to emerge before we could progress at a rapid pace. But at the moment, there's a lot of things that have come together in the last 5 years, a synergy from various aspects of research that have come together that enable us to at least see a speck of light at the end of the tunnel, to kind of know where we're going finally. And the bottom line on that is, the more money you have, the faster you get there. Because at this point, a lot of it is about trundling through, going down paths that we've now established, that we kind of understand. It's by no means a slam dunk, but certainly compared to 10, even 5 years ago, we're in a much better position.